Thank you for joining me on this channel. My name is Steve Lemon and this is my vlog. And it also serves as travel videos, experimentation videos, music videos, and any other types of creative projects that I want to put together. So the beautiful thing about YouTube is this is where you can come and you can just create. And the beautiful thing about being here is that we can build a community. So I'm going to ask you if you would help me build this community. Thank you for everybody that's already subscribed. Thank you for everybody that sends me comments and notes of encouragement and support. I really appreciate that. So if you're new here, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. At the end of the video, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Helps me to know that you're here, helps the video to get somewhere inside of the algorithm on YouTube. And then, well, again, it just supports me, makes me feel good. The other thing is that you could definitely feel free to leave me comments in the comment section below. Today, I want to talk about something very, very important, and that is change. And change is something that, well, it freaks us all out, to be honest with you. Why does it freak us out? It freaks us out because something is going to be different, and we're not sure if we can identify with what that difference is going to be. So let me just run down a scenario. So you want to lose weight. You start to make changes. You make changes in your diet. You make changes in your exercise plan. You make changes in what you're doing day in and day out. And what happens is after a few days you start to feel stress, you start to feel maybe depressed, you start to feel anxious, you start to feel the burn of not having the nachos when you wanted them, instead you're having a chicken salad. Whatever it is that you're doing, you start to feel those changes, and those changes feel uncomfortable. But the changes, like moving people into your house, changing jobs, stepping down or away from something that you've been doing for a long time, all of those changes cause you to, well, lose your cool. And I talked last week about how I was going to recenter myself and focus on how to make those changes positive things in my life. Because you can look at changes in two different ways, like I said last week. It can be negative or it can be a positive. And I've chose to look at it as a positive. And this is what I've done over the last week. I have read 4 books over the last week. Read and listened, combination. Through Audible while I'm driving, and then reading through Kindle as well as paperback books. That's a lot for me. I think I've read 5 books in the last 5 years. I'm not a big reader. Now, I've listened to a lot of books, but I'm not a big reader. And why is that important? Because it's helped me to recenter my mind. It's helped me to recenter what I'm going to actually change and do going forward from here. So let me frame up one particular thing that I am going to start doing this week coming up. This weekend I am getting things done at my house, and then this week coming up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm sitting down and I am focusing on one very specific way of addressing the challenges and changes in my life. I'm going to get control of them. The way that I'm going to do that is through a process called 12-week year. And this is what I've gathered thus far. And I'd love it. If you've ever read the book, if you want to comment below and tell me if you've ever implemented any of these processes, how it worked for you, what you experienced, those kinds of, I would love to hear those stories. So this is what I am going to try to implement into my day-to-day life, trying to recenter myself, get myself back on focus with 12-week year. So what it does is it takes the year idea of setting goals and it actually throws it away, completely throws it away. Now I know that seems weird, right? So I'm going to throw my entire year's worth of goals away. What am I going to do in place of it? Well, here's a few things that I learned from the book. One, and I believe in this with everything that I have, so many times I've set a goal, started down the path of that goal, and then I failed to reach that goal by about October. And all that did was depress me. And so I spent from October through December being depressed, defeated, anxious, angry, upset, irritated, or the other types of goals where I would go from January 1st being excited about it to January 15th going, what am I even doing? There's no way I'm even going to be able to accomplish that goal. So the 12-week year reframes it and says throw away the 12-month goal planning and go to a 12-week goal planning. Now, it expedites the entire process for you But it does two other things. It helps you fail fast. I know, it sounds weird, but if you're in the corporate world, you understand, actually, if you're pretty much anywhere, if you watch Gary Vee, you will hear him say all the time, try, fail, try, fail, try, fail, because the faster you fail, the faster you find a successful option. And so the 12-week year helps you to reframe and plan so that you can fail faster, and so you can succeed faster, and so that you can make adjustments faster, which I am super excited about. Because again, I get so bent out of shape because I can't reach a goal. I'm done with that. So come Monday, I am going to sit down, I'm going to reframe, and I'm going to set myself up with a 12-week goal based on this book, which means this weekend I need to complete that book, look into some of the resources, and get a lot of that done. On top of trying to read finish two other books that I've been reading over the last couple of days, one of them for work and one of them for personal. But both of those, that idea of reframing how I plan and how I goal set, I believe is going to fundamentally change who I am. And here's why I believe it's going to change who I am. I believe it's going to change who I am because I'm going to take control of something that I can actually take control of. What do I mean by that? I can't take control of a year. In January of this year, I had no idea my life would look like it does today. And that's not to say that in 12 weeks, I know what it's going to look like either. But I have a better idea of what 12 weeks away looks like than I do have an idea of what 12 months away looks like. And so I'll be able to look into the future and say, this is what it's going to look like, and this is my goal. So I want to talk about one other thing about this 12-week year, and I'm not going to drone on for too long, but one thing that I want to say about it is it talks about accountability. In a couple other books that I've been reading, there's this theme that I keep pulling out, and I think it's the theme I need to hear. It's about accountability. I have oftentimes said to my wife even, trying to get back into the gym, lose weight, that type of stuff, I've said to her, well, if you would get up in the morning with me, we would be able to do this together. And she has said to me, well, we need to stick together and get this done. Well, that's just balderdash. Balderdash simply because it's my job to be accountable to what I do. It's not my wife's job to get me up in the morning and go. And something that I heard in the book, 12-Week Year, is accountability is not something that you hold on me. Accountability is something that I own. And the way the author put it was, you can hold a bag of groceries, you can hold a baby, but you can't hold somebody accountable. It's just not possible. Accountability is the evidence of my being the owner of the things that I'm doing. And so I am done with the excuses of why I can't read books and why I can't find time and why I can't put the vlog up or why I can't edit or why I can't get to the gym or why I can't get... The reason why I can't is because I'm not being accountable to myself. I'm not living up to, and I'm not delivering on the promises that I make myself. And that's a sad place for my heart to be. So, let me wrap up today's vlog. This is what I'm going to say. We are all created with the ability to make choices. And the choices you make every single day, every single minute, every single hour, minute, whatever, everything that you decide to do impacts your future. I cannot go back and change my past. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've hurt some people. Some of you people watching maybe have felt like, man, Steve X or Y. Maybe we've had a falling out at one point. I know that there are family members that are out there who we haven't talked in a long time, or maybe I was rude to you or inconsiderate to you or whatever it is. But the point is, I can't go back and fix those things. There's nothing I can do about the past. And to believe that dwelling on it is going to somehow free me or help me solve the problem, that's ridiculous. Remembering it, knowing what I did wrong and avoiding those things in the future, that will help me. But to dwell on it, to hang on to it, it's not going to help me. So I can't go in the past and I can't change things. And I can't go to the future and actually make things happen in the future because it just hasn't happened yet. A quote that I heard in that book was Abraham Lincoln, who said, the most encouraging thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. That's a paraphrase. I don't know exactly how he said it, but essentially what it means is, the good news is the future might seem scary, but it comes one day at a time, and you can affect it by the things you do now, in the here and now. And so here is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to encourage you guys to do too. Take charge of the now. Do the things you can do now. You're building a future now. You are correcting wrongs from your past with what you do right now. What I'm doing right now is making my mind set and focused on doing what it is I set my mind to. I'm delivering on a promise to myself. I deliver on promises to other people all the time, to my boss, to my wife, to my kids, to the students that I've worked with, to my mother and father-in-law. I deliver on promises constantly for other people, and yet I fail to deliver on the promises for myself. How can I ever possibly imagine a world where I would feel good about myself if I'm not delivering on promises for me? So, I am going to pick up this week, make a plan, and charge forward. Here's my encouragement to you guys. Try to do the same thing. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the idea of 12-week year. Go out to Amazon and buy the book on Kindle or buy it on Audible. All right, with that, I'm going to end today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Again, thanks for being here. Go ahead and go back and look at some of the other videos that we have. Ooh, somebody's texting me. I'm going to jump over there and grab that. With that, I'm going to close today's vlog. Thank you so much again for being here. Yeah, I love you guys. All right, it's time to make this happen. Enough of the past. Enough dreaming about the future. I'm going to make it happen now. See you later. Before I end the vlog, quick question for you. Are you a sushi fan? You know, I never was a sushi fan before. But I have found that the scariest things in life, you know, like raw fish, they're not so scary once you just charge into them and do them. See, this stuff right here, this sushi that I'm about to eat, this roll right here. Oh man. I dropped a piece on my apple. But this sushi is healthy for you. I mean, that one has a crunchy on it, so it's not as healthy, but it's pretty darn good. And this stuff will, well, it'll help me with my 12-week goal of losing weight. All right, I'm serious this time. I'm not in the vlog. It's time for me to eat this sushi. This one's spicy. Go get a roll.